Hello everyone, I'm back with a new video. So let's start with some important interview questions. The other day we have discussed what is trigger, how many type of trigger are there. We have studied about schedule trigger, trembling window trigger, and also event based trigger. Today we'll go with the next question. So basically these all questions are the most was interview question. I mean, some more like among three interview, definitely one or two will get these all questions because these are the core concept of Azure data engineer. So let's move to the first question of today's video. This is how do you optimize your ADI pipeline performance? Okay, so I hope you guys are good with creating the pipeline. So if you have created a pipeline, whether it's cutting copy and doing some transformation and syncing somewhere, so optimization need to be done. So this is the question. So there are this many way we can do the optimization. First in like we can check the compressed format of the file. So instead of while syncing, while transferring the data, we can check the compressed format of the data. These are the format like parquet format, gif format. This is basically compressed, so the size will get decreased and the performance will increase. Size of the file get decreased because it's getting compressed, right? So this is one of the method we can do. We can monitor the pipeline. So while monitoring the pipeline, we have the monitor tab in the Azure Data Factory. While monitoring, we can monitor and we'll find that which of the pipeline is getting more time, and according to that we can analyze and can work for that. The third is like we need to check the right integration runtime for the right data flow. So as you know, like for Azure to cloud transformation, we'll be using auto resolve integration runtime. The same way for on-premise to cloud, we'll be using self-hosted integration runtime. That means we need to select the right integration runtime. And also we can do the partitioning data for parallel processing in the copy activity. You know, you guys will be knowing that in the copy activity we can do the partitioning for the parallel processing, right? We can provide the particular number of partitioning there. This way if you get partitioning, the process will be get like, optimization will get increased. Also the second way is like redundancy. Like we can remove the redundant transformation. That means like there are something we are transforming and that is duplicating, like redundancy is there, so we can avoid that and we can process only the required data. So basically these are the way we can optimize our pipeline. So this is one of the question. I hope you got how to do this all. And the second question is this is the second question. Second question is telling uh, how to connect ADF with Azure Databricks notebooks. Okay, so to connect the notebooks, we should have if you think about it, if you think it, we need a activity to connect it. Again, if it is activity, link service should be there. Again, the data set and all will be there. And as it is notebook, we need to provide the path of notebook where it is. So that means if you frame this step one by one, we can tell in the interview like we need a data book activity in the IDA pipeline. Second, we can configure the notebook path and all the required parameter. Again, in the notebook we'll be running some cluster. We can provide the new cluster or the existing cluster, basically with the existing cluster. Then again we can push test it out, test the pipeline. Correct? This is how we can do. So before that we need to create the link service for that in order to connect. Got it? So this part is given because anyhow we'll be not doing this way, but yeah, if you're going to directly, the access token will be required to here so that we will be able to connect. I hope you understood. We need the trig activity. For activity we need the link service, and also while that notebook activity needs the path along with some required parameter. Again the cluster configuration also need to do. I hope the second question also got clear. Let's move to the third activity. Third question. Third question is telling what is the copy activity in detail you need to say. So copy activity, as the name suggests, it will be copying or moving the data from source to the destination. Got it? It supports wide range of data store like blob storage, Azure SQL database, on-premise. So on this storage, it support and it transfer from different sources to destination. Okay, key features like in the copy activity, what are the key features we have source and sink. In the source and sink, we define the source is nothing but source to be data to be copied, and destination need to be store the data movement we can do from cloud or on premises. With the transformation, We can do parallelize, like in the sequentially also, in the parallelism also we can do for the better performance. Fault tolerance is there, reason being we can do the retry logic, we can do the logging for that, so that's why it's a fault tolerance. uh, this is the comprehensive, like we can do comprehension, like we can format the file like zip and zip to optimize the data transformation. So these are the features of copy activity. Just we need to make it fame, because already we have worked on this copy activity what we do. So we need to make it a format and we need to showcase. That is what it is. Now what is the fourth question? Fourth question is ADLS and blob storage. What is the difference between this? ADLS is Azure Database, Azure Data Factory. Correct, yeah. Yeah, Azure Data Lake Storage. Okay, so what is data lake storage? It mean like this ADLS is designed for the big data or analytic purposes, which is suitable for large data set, storing large data set. Blob storage is basically for general purpose storage for unstructured data, like a unstructured, like a file, image, and backup. Okay, so how the data structure for ADLS and blob storage? For ADSL it will be like hierarchical name structure. For the blob storage it will be flat. What does that means? It means like ADLS will be in the folder and subfolder, but blob will be in the format of a container, then direct blob or the object. The performance, ADLS is optimized for analytic and big data workload, but blob storage is good for general purpose storage need. ADLS is integrated with the analytic tool like Azure Data Factory and HD Inside. And blob storage work with a broader range of application and services. Cost, if you come to cost, ADLS is typically more expensive as it is on analytical features and is connected with the Azure Database. There are many features which provide for which it is quite costly as compared to blob storage. I hope this is also pretty clear, right? Difference between ADLS and blob storage. I'm telling you, these all are the repeated interview question. Most us will get definitely question from here. Another important question. This is question number 5. What is telling? Handling the large file copy issue in the ADF. So while copying a large file in ADF, what all things we can do to handle this? First thing we can do parallelism. While copying the data set, you can divide that into small chunk and parallelize. And also optimize the source and sink. Instead of some other, we can choose the source ADLS and blob storage as they are optimized for performance. We can do while copying, compress the data so that file size will decrease. It reduce the file size and speed up the copy process. And two more thing we can do, like increase copy activity timeout, and we can do retry policy. Well, again, if it is large data set, it will take time, more time as per than expected. Then obviously timeout issue will get. So timeout, uh, we can increase basically timing of running, and also we can do retry also. Okay, these are the way. Again, there are many things we can do, like monitor the logs, or use the Azure Data Factory if there are some transformation or complex transformation. Instead of doing in the pipeline level, we can use the Azure Databricks. Okay, this is how we can do. And again, we need to ensure that the integration runtime are proper integration runtime we have used, like for which particular place which integration IR required, that we have used properly. Fine, that is one of the fine important question. This is another interview question, that is what is the main component of Azure Data Factory. If you see the main component of ADF, the short heart is kind of is a pipeline. Okay, in the pipeline we use Databricks. Okay, in the Databricks there should be a data set and also link service and integration runtime. Go in this direction. Pipeline is nothing but is the set of activity which perform. Okay, it's kind of it's define the series of activity that execute sequentially or parallelly. Okay. Activity is a task on particular pipeline. That is unit of task within a pipeline. Okay, such as a copy, data movement, copying the data, executing when store procedure, data flow. These all are activity. Got it? Now data set is represent nothing but two things. It represent two activity. To activity, data set is nothing but what is the schema, data schema, and what is the location of the data. Two things it will say. It define the data schema and also the location data being read from the read to and write to, where it will read and where it will write, the location. This is what the data set meaning. Link serving is nothing but a connection string from the ADF to different location outsource, like a Azure SQL database or blob storage or on-premise data. It's basically it connection string. But integration runtime, as I said, it's a compute infrastructure used by ADF to execute the data integration from different sources to destination. So there are different type of IR. As on the last video we saw Azure IR, self-hosted IR, Azure SSIS IR. Yes, these are the another thing in the data factory we have, that is trigger. Trigger is basically scheduling and execution of the pipeline that is responsible. There are time based, event based, right? These are the data flow. I hope you guys know data flow is basically uh, allow the data movement with visual, okay, visual interface, through a visual interface, as you can see. And they provide easier way to design data transforms logic without writing a code. So developer easily, instead of writing code, he can UI visual interface will be there. That way we can do. Even instead of a copy activity, you will be using data flow, because more in in copy activity we have the query section, okay, but there is more transformation we can do. But with the data flow we can do. And for large data set it will work properly nicely. So that's why in the copy activity, though it is having query option, but will be data flow. And we have parameter variable. Parameter will be like dynamic the value for a pipeline or okay in data set or activity, and the variable is like updating within the pipeline. So we can alter the variable, that is the different. And we have the monitor component, provide insight into the pipeline execution. These are the way we can do. So what are the main thing we can see? Main component of Azure Data Factory, one is the pipeline, or there's the activities, a data set we inside with link service, then we use IR, trigger we do, data flow we can do, cell monitor, parameter, variable. These are the main component. So I hope you like the video. If you like, and if you want to get more interview questions such as, and get more detailed video, and if you want to understand many of the specific topic, please do comment on that. And if you watch till now, I really appreciate it. We can subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.